Hey guys, I thought I would do another and hopefully relatively quick because I don't have a lot of battery life, but using this deck, and I might fumble through it a little bit just to forewarn you, but this deck is kind of inspired the topic of this reading, which I think I'm going to call like, in what area of your life do you have love and acceptance coming towards you? Because this deck is really special to me. I went some years back. I'm from Cincinnati originally, Ohio, and I went back home for my sister's wedding, my beautiful, beautiful sister. And she had this amazing wedding. But at any rate, you know, when I was staying with my mom and my pops, my stepdad, I went into the room that she had, you know, set up for me. And, you know, I was raised Catholic, and my mom she's amazing. She's an amazing, amazing woman. And specifically, like, the way that she has loved me has been, she's been like a lion, my whole life, just an ardent supporter, because, you know, I was a weird kid. Like, I was not, I was not a normal kid. And then, you know, as I went through my spiritual awakening in 2017, 2018, you know, and especially in 2018, after my dog Bug died, you know, that's when I really shared a lot of like my spiritual beliefs with her and stuff like that. But, you know, I mean, she was raised Catholic as well. And so that was kind of, some of that was difficult for her, you know, in terms of like challenging her beliefs. And, but so at any rate, when I went home, you know, I was kind of in that space with her where she would always listen, and she was always supportive, and she wouldn't say like, no, that's silly to believe that. But, you know, she would kind of question a lot. You could tell that she was going back and forth in terms of her, like, you know, seeking of the truth. Let's put it that way. So I go into the room, and my mom had a number of spiritual items, including this tarot deck, which has like fairies on it, because she knows my favorite book when I was really little was this book about fairies. So anyway, that is the energy that I want to call in for this reading, because I felt it's such a small thing, but like the gesture behind it is so beautiful to me, that it was like that she actually bought this tarot deck for me, like regardless of any uncertainty she may have had about her beliefs surrounding that. That, you know, she just wanted to love and support me and make me happy. So I want to know where that energy is coming into my viewer's life in the near future. Where are they going to see that kind of love and acceptance energy? But I don't use this deck a lot, so and the reason is the imagery is so unfamiliar for me. Okay, so I think this is the 10 of Acorns, which I think acorns are pentacles. And then the Knight. I think that's a Knight of Pentacles. There's the Ace of Wands. I don't know how this reading's gonna go. 5 of Wands. And the Queen of Cups. Okay. Let's clarify. What is that? I think that's the Magician, because it's Major Arcana 1. So I think that's the Magician. And it's a pig wearing a wizard hat, staring at this giant acorn that's floating. Okay, and then I think this is the 10 of Swords. I did say I was going to fumble through this. And the 10 of Cups. The Fool. and the Seven of Wands. Okay, so I'm going to, let's fumble through this. So the Ten of Pentacles, that's about you know, a family foundation. You know, so your family, your house, your home, you know, your kids, like all of that. And the Magician is typically about a manifestation. So manifestation, clarifying. Okay, let me keep going. So this is the Knight of Pentacles, which is usually a slow moving knight. This one's not even, it's the Knight, right? Yeah, I think it is. It's got a little helmet, but he's not even on a horse. He's not even moving forward. You know, it's been very slow. He's just standing there almost chilling. Okay, and then the Ten of Swords, which the Ten of Swords is that right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There's 3 tens out. There's the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. But in this Ten of Swords card, it's not like you're not seeing like backstab and betrayal like you normally would. There's the image of, you know, these girls, and then they're taking care of, these girls look like they may be teenagers. They may be mothers, like young mothers. But they almost look like teenagers taking care of these like toddlers. Like they're going somewhere. One is, you know, she's putting a little cape or a little cloak on him. One of these kids is putting his shoes on. One of them looks like he's a little upset. He might have just gotten a diaper change. But so I'm seeing a lot of that family energy though. Let me kind of keep going and get my bearings on this. So the Ace of Wands is about a passionate new start, and that is clarified by the Ten of Cups, which, you know, in this card, they're all like, all these little elves are just snoozing under this big comfy mushroom. So it's a real sense of like calm, like, you know, Ten of Cups is about like a love that's everything, like, you know, like really the love in, you know, movies and novels and stuff like that really healthy, enduring, strong love. But there's such like a quiet and, you know, energy about this. And then the Five of Wands, you know, that's a card typically about conflict. But in this, there's 3, you know, little gnomes or elves or whatever, and they're pulling on the leg of this cricket that's trying to jump off in another direction. Like a sense of really having to fight for something that you cared about, you know, like that this was an important fight. And the Fool. So the Fool is about like, you know, taking a leap of faith. But in this card in particular, the imagery is that there's like this fairy, this male fairy, and he's got like, you know, a little witch's hat with a 0 on it, like the Fool, and it's moonlight, and he's walking and banging his drum. Like it's really about marching to the beat of your own drum, you know what I mean, in this card. And then the Queen of Cups, clarified by, and let me just take a look at this Queen of Cups. She's like, the energy in this card is so lovely. It's that energy of like, you know, you may have had a teacher that was just somehow like, even though you knew that like this person had like stuff going on in their life, they came in every day with like this glowing, loving energy. Like that's, you know, that's the kind of energy that that this is that kind of person that no matter what they've got going on, like they always just make you feel cared about and special. And then the Seven of Wands, again, that can be a card about conflict. in the normal deck. But in this one, in this card, there's like this little elf, and he's pointing at this owl that's kind of like standing very calmly in front of him. And there's a robin behind him. And then there's this girl's face off in the corner of like looking at this person. And you know, so what I'm seeing is like, you know, there's a person here interacting with their own wisdom and intuition, and they're this really kind of joyful, peaceful place. But then there's, you know, somebody else that's looking on the outside of this situation at this person and the growth, you know, the wisdom, that energy, that kind of playful, joyful energy, and the way that they approach gaining wisdom, you know, in the trials of their life. So, you know, kind of the energy that I'm seeing in this reading overall is just that you are a person who has really endured through some stuff. You know, I don't know. The feeling that I get with this Ten of Pentacles, and the Magician is you may have been in a marriage, or, you know, or a committed, like, long-term relationship with someone where that person ended up being a lot more manipulative than you expected. This pig is just like, you know, pigs are the smartest animal, right? You know, aside from maybe chimps and stuff, but for farm animals, at least, like, they're the smartest animal. They're very clever. And I just get the feeling like that this pig, you thought this person was like building with you. You know what I mean? But this pig just wanted to eat all of those acorns in the end. And so you had been working to kind of collect acorns with this pig. And you thought, you know, you kind of working together in this relationship to build this Ten of Pentacles. And this person, and just, you know, they just wanted somebody else to help bring them pentacles for them to eat. And so it looks like, you know, then there was this really slow moving energy, maybe day to day. You just felt like you were toiling away with, you know, looking after your family, while this person kind of just sat there and did not a whole lot of anything. Like, again, you were the one taking care of, you were the one bringing these pentacles in, you know, but they brought in some. So they're like, well, I'm going to sit and enjoy eating my acorns. But meanwhile, you guys built this family, and you're taking care of everything. You know, you're changing the diapers and putting the shoes on the kids and getting them ready for school and running around the house. And, but then, you know, what I'm seeing is with an Ace of Wands and the Ten of Cups is like this passionate new start, an energy of like calm, really intense love has come into your life. It's just somebody who's so shockingly different from this person in every way. And that put you in a space of like a lot of conflict, because, you know, you felt like you had made a commitment, even though this person's not doing a whole lot here. Is like, you know, but this, you know, I think it's more your family that you were like, you know, you can't, like, you wanted to fight for your family. You wanted to fight for your family, and I think you did for like a while, that you put your family and everyone else ahead of you. And that was your conflict. You kind of were just holding it all together. But I get the sense that at some point you really did decide to take a leap of faith. And you so I think you separated from this situation. You finally decided like that, you know, that you're important too. And so you took a leap of faith, and it may have been such a huge departure, from like everything, your whole life, you know, before with this person. And I get the sense that you did it on your own. Like maybe you went out and it was just, you know, maybe your kids are grown or whatever. And so it was just you and your, you know, your pets or whatever. And you just got weird with it. You got weird with it. But like what I'm seeing now, I'm seeing you in this energy of the Queen of Cups, of that person that just has that amazing energy. And even though, like, you know, they went through this painful situation where, you know, I get the sense for many years, they were just, you know, burdened by this person, not appreciated, not supported, not helped, like, you know, like nobody was there for you. But then you just really went in on, you know, on your own, and you came out of that still with like shining with such love and like kindness and just sweet energy, regardless of all of that pain that you've been through. And so, you know, the final card here is this person, you know, pointing at the owl and just been this very playful energy, which I very much see as you. And there's this person looking, and you don't see them looking at you. But they're watching just how you've walked your journey and feeling like I'm getting like a really emotional energy. They're feeling such amazement, and just like, wow, you know, like that this person's been through so much, and they're just not only like brave, but to have like such beautiful energy, like to just still be such like, you know, I want to say almost angelic, you know, but more than that, like playful, fun, you know, just mischievous even, like this deck, you know, like this deck of fairies and pixies and sprites, and like that is 100% your energy. And so tell me a little bit more about this person that's peeking at my viewer. What are they gonna do? Because I get the sense you're okay. So that reading got cut off. But I got that energy that came in right before it about this Queen of Cups, like about everything that you've endured. That was an energy coming in. So that was someone from the other side. I believe that it's a parent that crossed over. And I am actually feeling for it that I originally said in the video that I thought it was a mother, and it could be, but I am feeling like a masculine energy for it specifically. So this may be a father that's passed over as well. But yeah, by the way, that's just, it's just something with being a witch, and long before I had access to any guys or anything like that, you know, I did always receive messages from people who had crossed over, often through like my dream space. But, you know, then these were sometimes people I hadn't seen in years, like, you know, went to high school with or something like that. And then it's like, you know, I'd get a message, but anytime I got a message, I felt like I needed to communicate it, you know, from someone who was crossed over. And like that, you know, I've been single for, you know, a number of years, and so I've dated and stuff like that. And you know, I met this guy on Tinder at one point, and literally, I mean, like we had exchanged messages. And then, you know, like we just started to exchange messages, and then I go to sleep, right? And then I get a message from his mom, and, you know, and it shows me his sister and like, you know, whatever. And I'm like, oh, for F's sake. You know what I mean? I had just started talking to this guy on Tinder. He was a doctor too. So I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? You know, like, oh, come on, universe. Like, and I gotta go in with like, hey, is your mom passed away? Because I got a message from her. And so anyway, it turns out his mom had passed away, like, less than a year before that, and whatever. But so that was a weird thing. So yeah, so sometimes I will get messages from people who have crossed over, and in this particular case, this was a strongly channeled message for this Queen of Cups that's viewing this. So it's specific. I think it's, one person. But essentially when these cards came out, it came out as Judgment, the Three of Pentacles, and the Lovers, which is such an amazing, amazing energy. But the channeled message that I got for you is that, that you have ancestors, and in particular this energy, and I think it's a parent that has been crossed over. It may be a grandparent, but I think it's a parent, and maybe father. But it like they have been watching you ever since they passed over. They've been with you, and they have been guiding you. They have been protecting you. I think they hear you talking to them. You may talk to them sometimes, and they love that, because you know what I mean? Like, to have that connection, just understand that it is real, that when you are talking to them, they can hear you. I also got very specifically this message, in here, and I think this is one of the reasons that got cut off, because I didn't realize this until later. This Robin, there may be a person named Robin related to this situation, or you may see Robins, and that's a sign. If you ever wondered if that's a sign about, like, if your loved one that's crossed over is with you or not, they are. But they are so proud of you. That is the message that I got. It's just this intense and overwhelming feeling of pride and love for you, that they're amazed by you, of what you have gone through, and they know how much you have suffered, and they are just so proud of your spirit and that light that you have continued to hold on to, and that you just let it shine. Like, they are just immensely, immensely proud of you. And so whoever that message is for, they also wanted you to know that this person that has been peeking in at you, and I don't know whether or not it was this kind of love that had come into your life at one point before, while you were in this existing situation, and this may even have been, if you weren't married, this could be even your childhood, with maybe a father that kind of didn't do much, and you as a teenager were left to, like, kind of take care of all the kids and stuff like that you had to kind of become an adult too soon. That could be a situation here, for someone as well. But at any rate, I don't know if this is that love or not. But what I can tell you is that this person that is coming in for you, they are divinely orchestrated for you. This is judgment for everything that you have been through, and in terms of your suffering, and being that light soldier, a soldier of light, like, that you have just continued. You never let that darkness, it may have broken you, but you never let it, like, dampen your shine. You know what I mean? Like, that you continued to have this pure heart marching on anyway. This person that's coming in for you is amazing. This energy, this Three of Pentacles, I love it so much, because there is this, like, elf king standing there stoically, and his beard and mustache is in these different bunches that the kids are playing with, like he's a maypole, like they're running around him, hanging on to strands of his beard. And so this may be someone that has, like, facial hair, beard, mustache, but the point is that what this person wants is he sees this about you too. And that's why, you know, your person that's crossed over has been assisting this situation, this coming together. But because this person that wants to come in for you, or maybe entering your life at the moment, or is about to, they see you for that nature. They see everything about you the same way that this parent does. And like, they really want to come in and be everything for you. Like, if you've got kids, they want to help you raise these kids. It's not just about coming in. You know, the Lovers is here. They absolutely want to come in and like, and have that romantic, loving, connective partnership with you. You know, they want that, but they're also like, they want to be a part of your life. They want to be this justice for you, because you have endured and been through so much, done so much work and toil and labor, and never been like appreciated. And they want to come in, and now everything that you did for everyone else, they want to do that for you. And so yeah. I am just going to leave it at that, because I didn't want to pull any other cards. I thought this was just such a beautiful message and an amazing reading for someone, because, you know, the question I asked was what kind of, you know, energy, like my mom, like that love and acceptance and is coming through, and you know, and this person is an answer to that, because they do really want to come in and give you everything that you've given to everybody else for so long, because they so love and admire your light. And that you just remember that you have your loved ones watching over you. They have been supporting you. They have your back. They've seen it, and they are just so proud of you. So yeah, that's it. I hope whoever this message for that it finds them, and I'd love to hear about that if this does resonate for you. Okay, thank you guys. Have a good one.